peace and love. Let's get into it. Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video on Peace Beats with Dan Blackwell. This is a request that came through over my BuyMeACoffee. Thank you so much for your support, and we're going to be getting into Jinjer, Audiotree from nothing. I think this is like a mix of interviews and live performances, so let's just jump straight in and see what's going on. And if you enjoy my reactions, hit subscribe. Jinjer.
The thing is that in order to understand what this band means to us, you need to understand what was the starting point and what this band eventually gave us and what it made of us. We started out of Ukraine, out of provincial small cities in the middle of nowhere. And the way, the journey we had to take, to go, is 10 times longer to any other bands.
Well, that's a pretty grabbing hook from the very beginning. And I love how they've started it off with that clip there that just kind of shows that this is more than a band you're dealing with. This is a family and a movement and something of kind of journey, growth and survival, you know?
We all made it inside Jinjer, because of Jinjer, due to Jinjer. Each of us contributing as much as we can. So it's more than just a band for us. It's the whole life now.
Yeah, all life decisions we made, like, it was all connected to Jinjer.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the only thing I know. It occupies all my life.
That's so interesting. And you see this a lot with bands, because starting a band, it's a lot more intimate than people may realize if you've never sort of been in a band and experienced it. But being on tour together, it's like you have to become family. Even if you're not getting on, you almost sort of have to find a way, like, to it's like family. Like you got to love them even if you don't like them sometimes, and pull through things together and work as a team, and you're all going through a shared experience that is totally unique to you. So it's something that if a member of a band who just did a European tour or a worldwide tour or something came back and saw their friends, there's no way that their friends can really understand what they've been through. So as a band, you're sharing that collective experience, and no matter what happens for the rest of your life, you'll always have these connections, these memories together that nobody else can relate to, because it's so specific to your experience and it's very bonding. And then you've got songwriting, which is a really intimate thing, because you can be talking like right from the heart about your insecurities, your worries, your fears. You need to explore those things and write about them. So you need to be totally open with each other. It's like a therapy session sometimes. And then getting in the studio and recording to feel totally comfortable to give your best performance, to like give a raw, honest performance. It's the whole thing is very intimate. And then I'm really interested to learn what kind of, like, so what I'm saying is like that's the norm for a band, right? So I'm really interested to go further into this. Like, it's piqued my interest what they've said so far. On what kind of makes their experience even more special and even more unique than that. Let's get into the first song.
Like a lunatic, frantic, a man in the room looks so dramatic with a tattoo on his right foot. The spiral traffic feels too dramatic, too dramatic. Quiet, the man is wandering around, runs away, all he never found, and inside, as a bullet of
I love how they blend technical noise, sort of busyness, you know, because there's a lot going on, but the vocal melodies are so melodic, so beautiful, and so smooth that you're kind of getting a very full sonic experience. You can really lock into every instrument and focus on only that. It's like it's so much to take in listening to Jinjer, and this is my second time hearing this song, and it's still like, wow. Definitely didn't catch a lot of these little fills and stuff the first time. The drummer is insane. Well, I mean, they all are. They're all really, really, really just incredibly talented. Not just performers, but like composers, you know, because the creativity to write these riffs and these beats, the drums, they're not just like keeping time or keeping rhythm like, you know, a lot of drummers essentially do. It's really adding a lot of interest to the song, which I really, really love to hear in drums. It's so, so cool. Filthy riff. Her voice has the ability to break the earth, doesn't it? It's so powerful, and it's such a shift dynamically from when she's singing. She's got such a beautiful singing voice, and then when she goes into this demonic, like guttural, powerful, belting scream, it's unbelievable. It's so like catching. I can't get used to it. Every time I hear it, I'm like shocked and amazed. It's like it can't become normal to me, you know? It's just really, really special. The way she switches from singing to screaming so seamlessly is insanity. Oh, the dynamic of the band, I really like. You would kind of expect a little bit from a compositional standpoint that when she's singing the melodic stuff, when she's singing full stop, that this song, it would kind of be more mellow, and that maybe they'd stomp on some pedals, you know, to jump into the chorus when she screams, and have that dynamic, that sort of like that quiet, loud dynamic. But that's not what they do at all. The band is always going, you know, kind of full throttle. It's just when she screams, it just comes in even harder because her voice is so powerful. You know, like they don't need to do that for the dynamic to be so strong. It's the dynamic is so powerful between her voice. They can kind of play on one level and the song still feels like this. It still feels like it's dropping in really, really heavy, when they haven't really changed all that much how they're playing. It's just her voice comes along. It's like bang. That song is such an experience, and the journey of it dynamically, the arrangement, it builds and builds and builds, becomes more and more dramatic. And just when you think you've kind of heard it all, she just switches it up, like. But it's interesting, got me thinking, like, watching them play, it's so technical that I wonder, I don't want to sort of predict what they're going to say next or anything, but like, I don't know, I wonder if that's been a helping factor, if they've sort of like used music as a vessel, as a transport to improve their lives, or like, you know, yeah, like a vehicle to move, to get to where they want to go to in life. Having music that's so technical that you have to spend so much time on, it's very like engrossing, it's very studious work, you know, to really write stuff this intricate. And I wonder if that's been a contributing factor as well, of like they're so in it, they're so into writing music. That like the more technical and complex it is for them, the better, the more interesting, the more of a focus that is, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Because it's no original member in the band. It started like in crazy way.
15 years ago, there were absolutely different people.
It started from 17 or 20, let's say. This very important period of time for any person. 20s are where you establish as a person,
As a
right?
character.
Yeah, as a character.
From your 20 to 30.
You're already not a kid, but not a fully blown grown up. So we spend this very special period of time together, and there's no way we can spend the rest of our lives separately, you know?
I love that, and it's that I love how she says it's such a special period of life, because it really, really is, and that they spent those formative years together, because yeah, they're absolutely right. Like, that's what your 20s is, and you don't realize it when you're in your 20s, do you? Because you think you're an adult, and you think it's just like, oh, I am who I am, I know exactly who I am, and I'm really strong-minded kind of thing. But actually, you're still developing and working out who you are and what you like and what you don't like, and you know, you're still trying on different skins of different behaviors and seeing what works in the world. What do people respond to? You know, and then you get to your 30s, then it's like, right, a lot of the time, okay, I'm kind of settled in myself a lot more now, and ready to just continue that for the rest of my life. But your 20s, all over the place. So to spend that decade together and all kind of grow together, it means, I imagine, that they have all impacted each other's personalities. And that sort of is a connection for them, that they're all kind of bonded with that, like she says.
The last 2-3 records, we composed song, like Vlad composed, Eugene and me, and then like Guitar Pro it, send it to each other. We do not sit in a room and compose music. So we sit at homes and compose music, like completely songs from each.
Then share it
Yeah,
with
then
each
share
other,
it, then we
learn it.
Yeah, some changes.
Then
so,
we come
yeah.
to the studio together, and then we do changes together. Wallflower, last album, it was fully written musically and given to her. And before the studio, neither us nor her ever knew what the vocals will be.
Same was with micro and macro.
Yeah, 3 records.
Yeah, everything after it started on King of Everything, basically.
King of
because
Everything.
yeah,
For it.
because I didn't have much time to finish all the songs, like lyrics for all the songs. So I remember the night before I had to go to the studio. I had to finish at least like 3 songs or something. So I finished one because Eugene helped me with one part. It's Pisces. I asked him, please, Eugene, my head is dry, my brain is dry, not a single inspiration.
She had
drop.
two-thirds of the lyrics.
Yeah, and so he wrote a part, like a passage, that helped a lot. This song was done. Cool. 2 more songs, the intro and the outro. It's so, the last moment I collected from all the songs on this album, I picked out 2 lines from each song, and I gathered them together, and I had a completely new lyrics, completely new poem. And so I used this monster, like this mutant, I don't know, Frankenstein, yeah, on the intro and on the outro, but the melodies are completely different. So we got 2 songs with same lyrics.
A concept like this was just built, it was again a spontaneous decision. A spontaneous decision. We just thought that it would be cool, and it worked very well.
It worked very, very well.
It's really interesting about them writing apart like this, because I think this has become a lot more common, particularly since COVID with bands, because it's so much easier to do now if everybody's got like Logic Pro or Pro Tools or whatever on the computer, and you've got a setup and you've got an audio interface, and you can just kind of like record in, pass things around back and forth. I do it myself a lot. I co-founded an orchestra called the Afghanistan Free Harmonic Orchestra, and we're based all over the world, you know, so a lot in America, so everything has to be written remotely. It's like somebody will write a bass line, send it to me, I'll write strings or whatever, send it back, and it all goes around, and like it's become more of the norm of a way of writing. It's very, very cool, because it means that you have a lot more time creatively, essentially, whereas before you logistically you had to get everybody together in the same place to write a song. That's no longer the case anymore, and I think that means that a lot more art can be created. There's a lot more freedom in that way, because it's like, oh, we have a writing session on Saturday, oh, the bassist can't make it, the guitarist can't make it next week, you know, you get all these kinds of problems, and those problems are going away in the modern age. I think the internet has been a really good thing in that way, of kind of like streamlining that writing process. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. It's clearly worked very well for them.
I composing like all my free time. Like if I have like time
And it's free?
and it's free, yeah, I just take a guitar and start composing. Tchaikovsky once said that you need to write like all the time. It's most of your writing will be bad, but like 10% of it will be good.
We have like this scale.
I really, really love that. I actually haven't heard that quote from Tchaikovsky, but if you listen to Tchaikovsky's work, that clearly is the case, because with Tchaikovsky, he crams so much melody into such a short space of time, whereas a lot of composers, they, you know, like they may have some great melodies for a symphony. Tchaikovsky will have like a 2-minute piece, and there's about 8 melodies in there that you could compose your own piece with. It's just he was not running out of ideas, because he was always writing that. That makes a lot of sense. And yeah, really, really good advice. I think because you're just kind of, anything that you're passionate about, that you want to be the best at, if you can turn it into breathing, if you can turn it into just drinking water, it's something you have to do, it's something you do every day, like it's inevitable that you will master it, right?
% of it will be good.
We have like this scale. Good shit. Yeah, if it's shit,
There's nothing
it's
in
go out.
between.
It goes out. It's good. Okay.
For me, it's pressure. Pressure and stress. Clicks, something. Like something clicks in my head, and I was like, no. Like I'm completely anxious, you know? Then it starts working. Sometimes I just take a walk, or I read a book, you know, sometimes I go and search. I don't sit and wait until it strikes. I go and hunt.
I love this song. Her voice is incredible. I really like how there was a transition from her talking about anxiety into this song, which this song is all about, you know, kind of stay at home, the agoraphobia, that fear of receiving messages or contact from people from the outside world and just wanting to stay in and cocoon, you know. But I really like how she was talking about anxiety and pressure essentially being her superpower when it comes to writing. Like, she isn't able to write without that pressure. She needs it. And I think there's a lot to be said for that, in terms of like many kind of mental health conditions and all sorts of things, like, and neurodiversities, you know, like ADHD and things like that, where sometimes if you're really struggling with it, it can just feel like all bad, but without it, you wouldn't be able to do the art that you could do, you know? And yeah, I just think there's a really, really positive message in that. And I found that really, really interesting. This song kind of talking about the struggles of it, but also that's her strength as well. It's an amazing piece of music, and I like how she doesn't mince her words at all with the lyrics. It's really, really direct. This life is a lockdown, being afraid to go outside, being afraid to say the wrong thing, you know. Just anybody who suffered with anxiety, every line of this, you're like, oh, I'm not alone in overthinking everything. Oh, did they take that the wrong way? Oh, I hope they know what I meant by that. Did I say the wrong thing? Like, exhausting. And I think that she explains that so poetically in that song.
Artists either express themselves or reflect the world through themselves. This is what art is. And this is what we do.
Dynamics.
Yeah, dynamic of your life, everything.
It's bad, then the next moment is good. the next moment is even shittier, you know. And so is our music. The more shit you go through, the better. That's how I take. That's how I receive.
When you really have gone through a lot of shit, you have the full tank, let's say, behind you, which will push you forward. And this is what happened to us. Yeah, and if you look through the lyrics, I can lay a bet, I can gamble that all the topics in our songs covered by Tatiana is actually real stories in some way. This is real experience, everything. I particularly remember I was writing the lyrics for Dreadful Moments. And I really was thinking if I'm crossing the red line, because that's a bit too much and the topic is very serious in this song. I just thought that, well, I don't think Cannibal Corpse ever thought about crossing the red lines or any other really underground bands, and I just let myself go.
I miss those years that I've never lived through, you know, like the beginning of 90s or even 80s when there was no cancellation, you know. You cannot be canceled for what you're saying in a song because it can be fake, can be fiction, or it can be true. No one knows. So it's a freedom.
If we look at the poetry throughout, let's say, the last 300 years, actually there are so many intricate, really provocating points touched by really huge poets. And nobody ever blamed them for this. Mm-hmm. Now we live in an absolutely different society when everyone can get offended.
Yeah, they see what they want to see, and they think that you probably are like you were a hater.
Yeah.
You hate this, you hate that.
It sometimes feels that people really lost the idea of what metaphors are. What speaking about what is really speaking about things figuratively. So, and the absence of this really concerns me.
After release of every album, there are a bunch of interviews where you explain over and over again what this or that song is about. But then reading all the comments on the internet, they still see what they want to see. And they say, hey, dude, I just did an interview for you to understand what this song is about. Why didn't you pay attention?
We have conflicts.
You have no idea how big a conflict can be. It's usually me and Eugene who just like sit there. I don't go on stage until you apologize.
It happened on this tour.
It happened on this tour in Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, yes.
So it's super hot, extreme weather, and Eugene did something. He locked the door with my shit behind the door, and I was like, "Open the door." He said, "I won't do it." I said, "Fucking bitch!"
Yeah, that was out of nothing.
Fight. Yeah, out of nothing. And then he said, "I'm not gonna play today's show until you apologize." And I sent a message that I'm not gonna play until he apologizes for all the shit that he told me
Before.
Yeah.
Eventually,
and then no
we
one
didn't play.
played. No one played because
show
The show
was
was
canceled.
canceled. because of the
Weather.
the weather was even hotter.
Then our quarrel.
Yeah.
Quarrels, fights. Despite all of that shit, I still call these three my closest friends. After so many years, we just don't have anyone else. We left everything else behind. We moved forward. Everything we had stayed there. And it happened a couple of times. It's not just one move. There are so many things which connect me to Jinjer. I cannot really imagine my life without it anymore.
Yeah, for me, I think I won't find new friends. You know, I'm not able already to make new friends.
Same story.
Because it's like puzzles, you know, you have to
File. You have to file
you
it.
have to
You have
file.
to file it in order to make it match.
Yeah.
They're kind of like brother and sister, aren't they? I think conflict doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Conflict can be a way to resolution, a way to sort of get to where you get to a, you know, say if there's conflict on a song, arguing about how a riff should be or what a lyric should be. Like ultimately, you're both trying to sort of make it as good as it can be, and that conflict can be a really positive thing sometimes, as long as you're able to resolve it. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, like kind of being the family of a band, you're spending that much time together and being so open with each other all the time. There are gonna be conflicts. it's just the most important thing. You can resolve it. I thought for a minute they were saying that like they didn't play that show because like they just couldn't resolve the argument. I was like, oh, that's crazy, but no, it's the weather. This one is Dead Hands Feel No Pain. I haven't heard this. I'm pretty sure. Let's jump in.
Every morning I woke up till outside. They are cooking to abusive music. Happy morning, I woke up to all my problems solved and dissolved in a swamp of the past years. So I learned to transform this sweetest reality, creeping on to the reality of facing 1,000 as they circle around.
I really liked what they were talking about being really real with their lyrics, talking about real experiences and being cathartic with it and expressing art. You know, the relationship between art and truth and talking about deep and dark things. I really feel that they do that musically as well. That's really reflected in how they write music. There's sometimes anger in the way it's written. It sounds like aggressive. It can sound frustrated, and like the way they build up tension and release and everything. It's very emotionally driven music, not just lyrically, but the musicality of it as well.
Living on the barrier, separating death from life. Dead hands feel no pain, broken heart, only grave, the reflection of the sky, through the mirror of the eye. I can hear them coming down, a familiar sound. You won't be alone. You won't be alone. Before they tear me apart, I stay circled about, rushing toward my pride. The hands feel no pain. Leaping onto the reality of facing 1,000 as they circle above.
The guitar work in this is absolutely insane. It's so technical. The chords are so interesting, and the movement of the bass. There's just so much movement through everything. They don't let it hang for too long, do they? It's like it's this constant winding road they take you down. It's it feels like you're being chased through a maze musically. It's really, really interesting.
The strings of my soul collapse the soul. Cast the reins of my heart were to die all the time. Were to die.
since we sacrificed a lot together, each of us has left something behind, and we dedicated ourselves with 200% of ourselves and our time and everything, money, love, dedication, everything to music. So that's what keeps us together. I cannot imagine myself joining another band and going through this shit again.
Yeah.
I don't want to. If I leave the band, find me somewhere like in the woods, I don't know, eating tourists. I don't know how to say it, but
So if you,
I mean, I would
start
be a
reading
witch.
newspapers saying that somebody is eating tourists, and no one knows where Tatiana is.
The next thing I can do.
Yeah, Tatiana disappeared.
Yeah.
They're really.
It's like
That's-
2 hours interview for sure.
Yeah.
Only for this.
Yeah, but
Only on that question on how we formed as a band, you know.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
2 hours. It's gonna take 2 hours or more.
When are you gonna write the book? When's the book coming out?
Oh, dude.
Oh, well, one day.
If someone among us learns how to write, we will write it, definitely.
Or maybe they could work with an author where you just kind of tell the story to the author and they turn it into a book. I think that would be a good move. It's a story I think that like a lot of people want to hear, right? It sounds really, really interesting. And I like watching this, it's been really informative, learned lots about them, really got their characters, first and foremost, and the motivation behind the music. But they're still somewhat of a mystery. Feels like there's a lot more to know about them, you know? I really liked that video because it was just, it gave you a lot without giving you everything. Still kind of maintaining wonder and intrigue around them. Because they are a very, very intriguing, mysterious band, I think. Just their music on its own is like very, very different to everything else that's going on. They got a very, very special sound, and I really appreciated this this request. Thank you so much, because it has given me a new kind of perspective on them and more interest on them. Like I'm really excited to keep going with my Jinjer journey and just keep on hearing more of their music, listen to more of their interviews, because they're just really, really unique, really, really special. That was Jinjer, Audiotree from nothing. If you enjoy my reactions, please do hit subscribe. Until next time, everybody, as always, peace and love.